What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Patriotic, and we're here with part 3 of our Elon Musk and Twitter debacle. They are definitely throwing everything at him to stop him. Doesn't sound like the board wants to give it over to Elon Musk, which shows they don't even care about all the money they would make. They don't want to lose a narrative, and losing Twitter would kind of be a little bit of a loss for them in that in controlling narrative, because sadly a lot of people do get their news from Twitter. A lot of the everyday, average Joes don't really pay attention to politics that much, just see what happens on Twitter. And right now they have it pretty controlled. Anybody who speaks out has been banned. I mean, Trump, Alex Jones, Gateway Pundit, Babylon Bee. If they don't like anything, they get rid of them. A lot of, they call it the conservative purge. A lot of smaller accounts lost their account completely. I'm suspended currently for at least another 2 days. We'll see what happens with there. I'll talk about it a little bit on our live stream. But, they are scared of actually having people speak the truth. We've seen that with one of the biggest examples of suppression of free speech was the Hunter Biden laptop, which Twitter banned New York Post over. And we know for a fact that at least 16% of Biden voters would have changed their vote if they knew about the Hunter Biden laptop, which absolutely affected the election. And they knew it would, and they played dumb, saying, oh, we think it was a mistake on our part, we didn't mean to, but they did. They want to ban any dissenting voices, and they feel like if Elon Musk is in charge, they'll lose that power, which to them is pretty big. Twitter facing mounting pressure from shareholders to take specific action over potential buyout. Twitter is facing mounting pressure from its shareholders not to allow Elon Musk's multi-billion-dollar offer slip away, as the company and Musk were reportedly set to meet on Sunday to talk about the offer. The news comes as Musk has already stated that he will not go higher than his $54.20 per share. And he recently disclosed that he has $46.5 billion in financing ready to go to buy out the company. Damn, there's a lot of dough, a lot of guac. A concern that Twitter's board is weighing is that unless it seeks to negotiate a deal with Musk, many shareholders could back him in a tender offer, which kind of alludes to that tweet that he put out not too long ago. Love me tender. He's a troll for sure. While the poison pill would prevent Twitter shareholders from tendering their shares, the company is worried that its negotiating hand would weaken considerably if it's shown to be going against the will of many of its investors, which is exactly what's happening. The company has reportedly shifted gears in regard to Musk's offer after he disclosed to SEC filing last week that he has the money to back up the offer. Twitter had been expecting to rebuff the offer, which Mr. Musk had made earlier this month, without saying how he would pay for it. But he disclosed last week that he now has the money, and Twitter is taking a fresh look at the offer and is more likely than before to seek to negotiate. That's why I think it's like every video I keep saying, like, when anybody asks me, I'm like, he's not going to get it. They're going to do something to stop him. But it just sounds like, hey, man, everybody has their price, and it sounds like they're getting there with Twitter. They don't want to lose that news outlet, Twitter, where, like I said, unfortunately, a lot of people get their news. They don't want free speech. They fear it. They fear it maybe more than anything. I wouldn't be surprised to wake up next week and see Musk raise what he called his best and final offer, $64.20 per share. A fund manager who's invested in Twitter told Reuters he could also drop the whole thing entirely. Anything is possible. That's true. Which a lot of people think he's going to do. A lot of people think he's just totally effing with them. A big troll move, and when it really comes down to it, he's going to say no. I mean, I don't know what else he would do. Maybe he wants to start his own social media company. When they're like, all right, we'll take your money. And he's like, nah, forget it. It would be hilarious. I don't know. I mean, again, a lot of people think he's going to do that. I don't know. I just don't know personally. It's like, I'm 50-50. Well, actually, I'm leaning more towards he's serious now. I think he's serious. I think he really wants to do this, and I think he'll be victorious. The latest developments come after Musk listed in a SEC filing that he had secured 46 point. Yeah, we read that already. Blah blah blah. If Twitter bid succeeds, we will defeat the spam bots or die trying and authenticate all real humans. He has stated that multiple times that he wants to get rid of these bot accounts, which I do too. There's a lot. They're getting really realistic. You can't even tell the difference sometimes anymore. You eventually catch on. You see a rhythm like, wait a minute. I don't think this is a real person. They had me for a second. They had me in the first half. Taking a bit of shareholders. Yeah. A tender offer is only available for a short period of time and is made to everyone who owns stock in the company. The price offered to purchase the shares is fixed and usually comes at a premium rate compared to the current market value of the stock. Twitter appears to make major reversal in potential Elon Musk buyout of company. I wonder why. Twitter reportedly shifting gears in regard to Elon Musk's offer to buy out the company that he disclosed. That he has the money to back it up. Twitter had been expected to rebuff the offer, which Mr. Musk made earlier this month without saying how he would pay for it. But after he disclosed he has the money, Twitter is taking a fresh look at the offer and is more likely to negotiate. The report described the situation as fast-moving, with two sides meeting today to discuss Musk's proposal. They did say Sunday. I mean, we could have an answer soon. We're getting there. The company is expected to weigh in on the bid later this week when it reports its first quarter earnings. The potential turnabout on Twitter's part comes after Musk met privately Friday with several shareholders of the company to extol the virtues of his proposal while repeating that the board has a yes or no decision to make, the report added. He also pledged to solve the free speech issues he sees plaguing the platform and control more broadly whether his bid succeeds or not. Musk is reportedly still considering taking his bid directly to the shareholders by launching a tender offer, which could come as early as this week. Tender offer is typically an active and widespread solicitation by a company or third party, often called the bidder offer, to purchase a substantial percentage of the company's securities. A tender offer is only available for a short time. You read that on the last one. So I don't know. It's sounding like it's actually going to happen. Like I said, originally I was skeptical. I'm like, I don't think this is going to go through. But now I'm leaning way more towards that. Yes, he is going to purchase Twitter. It's going to go through. And we'll probably see some big changes. I still don't think it's perfect because he has mentioned in the past that he does want to come up with some policy. Or he said, what did he say? He said, a good policy for a network is when you piss off the far right and the far left. Which sounds like censorship to me in some kind of way. It seems like it's going to be left up to opinion rather than how free speech states, as long as you're not breaking the law. You could be mean, nasty, horrible POS person, but if you're not breaking the law, you could say it. And that's what Gab upholds. Gab is really the only true free speech platform. If you're, within the law, you're not breaking any rules, any laws, then you could say what you want. I did have to bring up this because this is freaking hilarious. In case you need to lose a motor fast. This dude is amazing. That's why, even if he just F's with the whole thing, I just want to see what will happen in the hands of Elon Musk, just trolling the entire thing. Shadow ban, console reviewing the tweet. That's perfect. He's not afraid to attack anybody and to speak his mind. He'll troll you no matter who you are. You gotta love it. Now, other plans, Elon Musk, of course, the biggest one, upholding free speech, which may reinstate some accounts. Everyone's iffy with that. Everyone says, no, he'll still respect the bans and all that. Others say, no, he's going to reverse most, if not all, as long as they didn't break any laws. I think we could almost definitely see Babylon Bee being reinstated because he's friends with them, clearly. He was on their podcast. He's always retweeting their articles and stuff. So I think that's a pretty safe bet that we'll see them come back. Will we see people like Trump and Alex Jones, a Gateway pundit, make a return on the platform? I don't know. I would love it. I would love to just see the meltdown on the left because, they would just lose their effing minds. They already have NBC writing articles saying how dangerous it would be if Trump's allowed to speak again and all that. They're prepping. They're scared. And they fear people like Elon Musk just because he's not controlled by them, that he challenges the system. He talks about free speech, which scares them, more than anything. Other plans, he also talked about having a service kind of like Gab, where if you pay a certain amount of money, you can apply for the verification, which I got a verification on Gab. He's talking something similar, like a monthly payment or whatever, and you can get a verification to try to cut down on bots and all that, which I think would help, and it kind of solves the edit feature because apparently if you are verified, you get a 20-second edit button or something like that, which I think is fair. I don't to be able to edit at any time, I think is a little much because you can really warp and change what you say depending on how people interact with your tweet. And I don't think that's a good idea. Time limit, a good 20, apparently they can already do that. I think it's a good idea. So I think we'll be seeing some good changes for free speech. I think we'll be seeing some more fun changes, like some sort of verification edit button. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. I will update as soon as they say anything. We could hear something later today. It might happen while we're on our live stream, which you can check out later. Make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell, and you'll be updated when we do go live. I also want to throw out there that we did start a Gilded server, which is kind of like Discord. It's just like a communication hub. You can, I kind of made it just so people could talk politics, video games, movies, TV shows, just kind of, grow a community, talk, make friends. It's really awesome. I love the app. I think it's fantastic so far. It's way better than Discord. So check the description below, and there's an application. It's just to see if you're a bot or not. It really cuts down, which is one of my favorite features of it, because I don't have to individually check each account, try to figure out spam bots and all, because I had a whole problem with Discord. But make sure you check out the description below for my social media pages, the Gilded invite, and all that, as well as my sources. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.